What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of Save Point Vids Reviews, the MCU, where we are supposed to review an MC movie every week. With the holidays, it was definitely, we were behind a little bit. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks since we recorded.
At least 2 weeks.
Nah, it's been longer. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But anyway, so we wanted to get back on track. This week's episode is all about the 2008 version of The Incredible Hulk.
And probably a lot of people don't know that it was part of the MCU.
Yeah, dude. Actually, whenever I think of MCU, dude, I never
Think about
include the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I don't think anybody really does.
Yeah, it's definitely the redheaded stepchild of the MCU.
It's a very forgettable movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that they recasted it. So it's easy to forget that I was even a part of it.
Yeah. Recast it 3 times in 3 different movies.
Yeah. So The Incredible Hulk, I got some stats here for you guys. I thought that would be fun to introduce. It was released on June 13th, 2008 with an estimated $150 million budget.
Jesus.
And a cumulative worldwide gross of $263 million.
So it definitely lost a shitload of money.
It definitely wasn't the success that I think, and I don't have Iron Man's numbers for comparison.
Iron Man, it made like 320.
Was it?
That's just in the U.S. alone.
Right.
Their budget wasn't as big as
It's $150 million. I mean, that's a lot of money.
No, it was like 92 million. For Iron Man.
Yeah.
But it was directed by Louis Leterrier, written by Zach Penn. Obviously, it stars Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, and Tim Roth. No, that was the writer. It was Louis Leterrier was the director.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Sounds like a Louis Leterrier.
That's probably why we don't know his name.
But anyway, guys, if you like this, I forgot to say this at the top. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell a friend. We appreciate and love the support that you guys have given us. Hit the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate that also. But before we get into the actual plot of the movie, what did you guys...
Spoiler, I think we already told you what we thought of the movie. But...
Yeah.
What'd you guys think?
It was terrible. It was just a really...
Yeah,
it wasn't like... It was just a bad movie.
Yeah, I found the only redeeming quality is that it made me laugh a lot, which it was, you know what I mean? Unintentionally laugh at like the terrible dialogue, the shitty CGI, which when you look at like Iron Man came out before that, and Iron Man looks fucking way better than. And I know it's a little bit harder. Well, probably a lot harder to like make a Hulk and CG.
But even like the blood droplet from the beginning, that just looked awful.
Yeah, like what are you doing with that $150 million fucking dollars, man?
I mean, it seems like it was a straight to video type.
Yeah, it was a bad direction.
I had a very Michael Bay feel to it.
Yeah, like Michael Bay awfulness, like the cheesy.
Yeah, there was a lot of explosions.
Yeah,
like explosions.
I think out of the four of us, I think I like this the most out of the four of us. Because the two things I said before we restarted recording. We started recording. There we go. Is that it's still not great, but it's better than I remember. I think your expectation that it was going to be a horrible movie. So probably it couldn't have been.
You watched it and be like, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, and so like your guys' criticisms are all valid. It really has some bad dialogue.
Yeah, dude.
It's not shot particularly well.
Wrote this? Like, how did this script?
Zach Penn, I told you.
Yeah,
I think he just tried to mirror the TV show back in like early 80s.
Yeah. See, I've only seen like Lou Ferrigno's picture.
Yeah, and that was a TV show.
Yeah.
And speaking of Lou Ferrigno, he made a cameo.
He did.
I was about to say, I was wondering if that was him.
That was him.
The security guard or whatever. Yeah.
You bribing him with pizza.
I'm going to hack into your top secret computer with a fucking large pepperoni pizza. Get the fuck out of here, Lou Ferrigno.
It's very Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
All right, so we open with a quick montage of a young Edward Norton being injected with the serum that eventually turns him into the Hulk. It's cut through the actual credits. He rages out, puts Liv Tyler in a hospital. apparently.
There's it doesn't explain anything.
I hate that opening sequence, dude. I hate when movies do that. Like, either put that into the movie.
Yeah, it was
like I was thinking make like the first 40 minutes of the movie,
Or him
running away and then having flashbacks. Me and Chase talked about that, having flashbacks
right
of like the events that were in the montage.
Because there's no real character building in
it just showed the montage.
Yeah, that story should have been like, the origin story.
Right, the origin.
Now, my counter to that, and it's not 1-to-1 because Spider-Man is obviously a lot more well-known and recognized, but is it the fact that they think that they know or we know?
I was thinking that
because if you look at the what was the first Spider-Man? Tom Holland, not Far
Amazing.
From Home.
No, that's
Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Tom Holland.
Far From Home.
Where they don't go into his origin, but it's hinted at through like dialogue.
But that's also like that's the 6th Spider-Man movie.
Fair. So, that's fair.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was like
there's been one Incredible Hulk movie with Eric Bana, and then
fair.
like Leo said, a show that was in the 70s. So.
Right. But from there, he goes on the run. He's a wanted man. We open with the movie proper with Ed Norton doing some super sweaty hot yoga, and he's gone 100.
What that guy did with his was weird.
And he's gone 158 days without an incident. He's living a quiet life in the slums of Brazil. He goes to train in the sacred art of diaphragmatic breathing.
Just breathing.
Yeah, I didn't get that. He was wearing a monitor, like a heart monitor, and it's like his blood pressure was like 180 or something. It's like, dude, my blood pressure is like at 180. I don't turn into the Hulk.
So then after that, we cut through, and he apparently works at a local factory. He's not very popular. They make basically it looks like Coke products or some type of drink.
And it looks like Mountain Dew.
Or Mountain Dew, yeah, it was green, of course. Which at the time, when they're going through the conveyor belt, it reminded me of that scene in Wayne's World where he puts the glove on where like they're what's that show? Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah. Laverne and Shirley.
Where am I? Apparently he's very lucky in that he gets to work next to the world's hottest factory worker.
Yeah.
I was like,
Not doing very much, was she?
No.
I was hoping she'd be like a Bond girl.
I think the only other scene she's in is when he's trying to escape.
Yeah, he like thanks her and then just leaves.
Yeah, because it almost made it seem like it was going to be like some type of like
love
romantic,
interest.
yeah, like a love interest
triangle.
I'm pretty sure she would have been a model somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? Like bottling Mountain Dew.
Shit around you.
Yeah, he works next to the world's hottest factory worker. He's sweaty, she's sweaty, and it is pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie to you, but he can't get too excited, otherwise his heart rate will spike. So we got to remember that. He's got to remember his breathing.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, he's got to
smasher.
It's like Happy Gilmore. Grandma. No, that's Ross. Ross.
Yeah.
Happy Joe.
I remember him saying something about his grandma.
That's the setup of the movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we then cut. He ends up cutting himself on, he cuts. Wait,
he cuts his finger on something.
He's fixing the electrical issues because apparently he just does everything. But yeah, he ends up cutting his finger, and then we get the really bad CGI of it, the blood droplet, like falling through the conveyor belt,
through like 19 holes, just to perfectly land inside a bottle of drink.
Of course, they missed to show the bottle getting dripped.
Oh right, yes, of course.
How did anybody miss that?
Where's quality control? But anyway, so yeah, he ends up running downstairs. He wants to shut off the conveyor belt. And then I think the next part is do we ever find out her name?
Martina.
Is it Martina?
I think so. I think it's Martina.
So Martina,
it's been like 4 weeks since I watched it.
She's getting harassed by some dude. Edward Norton steps in. And apparently he needs more time in front of the TV translating because he doesn't actually know the line.
Yeah.
Which again, the corny dialogue, like,
it's so forced.
It's like just they went for like they really swung for a comedic moment there, and it just missed. It really didn't. It didn't translate well at all. And then I think after that, what I put down is we find him in his basically in his little hole in the wall where he's sleeping, and he is trying to create. I thought it was like a cure, right? He's creating a drug in his like makeshift lab.
Yeah.
He's got like.
Which I actually thought that little lab setup was kind of cool.
He had like the centrifuge with like the old tires spinning.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. But he gets desperate to get out of this hellhole, so he sends a mysterious Mr. Blue a blood sample that he says that he can basically help cure Bruce from this ailment.
Yeah, because his last attempt with the herbs didn't work.
Oh, right, with the flour. He's like, cutting the flour, but then we cut over to Stan Lee. And then he takes.
Yeah, dude. I thought he was gonna turn into the bad guy, dude.
He drank like the. And first of all, who?
I'm pretty sure he had
like
a heart attack.
Drinking Brazilian cola.
Yeah.
You know who's getting their soda from
Especially
Brazil?
An old man. I don't know what's in there. It's probably like cocaine or some shit.
Hey,
but so he drops the bottle. Apparently, we assume that he alerts the authorities of something, and then what's the general's name?
Hurt. Right? Hurt? Hunt?
No, not Hunt.
Hurt? The guy with the mustache.
Yeah, Hurt.
Yeah, is it Hurt? I don't remember.
I think it's Hurt.
It's been like 2 weeks since I've watched it.
I don't remember.
But yeah, anyway, whatever.
You guys just watched it.
I told you I was also
all right, so we're going to call him General Hurt.
I could be wrong.
No, it's fine. General Hurt, he is alerted to this, and he apparently knows right off the bat that this came from the one factory in the middle of Brazil that bottles the Green Mountain Dew.
The green slime from Power Rangers.
So
it's actually purple slime.
And so he what's the guy's name? The special forces guy that turns into the
Blonsky.
I should have taken better notes.
I think it's Blonsky.
Blonsky, and then the general.
Right there.
The general. It's
William Hurt.
It's Liv.
William Hurt.
Liv Tyler's.
Yeah, what's his name in the movie though?
William Hurt.
No, it was his actual name.
No, he's William Hurt. And
this is General what?
General Thunderbolt.
No, fuck. Had it backwards.
That's all right. We're just gonna call him General Hurt. But anyway, so yeah, he apparently knows exactly where this.
Apparently, the actor is General now.
Where this one bottle came from, so fucking A. I don't know how that happened, but and then he sends in Blonsky. He hires Blonsky, which I think is like British Special Forces or something.
Yeah,
like the Royal, Special Forces. And they basically send an exfil team to
get him.
Basically, try to take out, neutralize him with some darts.
Fucking Hulk with darts. Come on now.
And then, so yeah, there we get, they're sneaking through like the alleys of, I'm assuming Rio de Janeiro. Is it, did they say?
I don't think it's Rio.
Okay.
No, it's General Ross.
Okay, so General Ross.
But I got the Hurt part right.
Yeah. The actor.
I knew Hurt. I knew.
So they stick the little camera under the door. You know what I mean? Like the
Rainbow Six eye.
Yeah. Trying to see, and then the dog eats it, and they said, take the dog out. General Hurt. Wait, what's his name? Ross. General Ross says, get rid of the dog.
I think Hurt's cooler.
So then they put the little C4 things on the side of the door. They blow it open. They see who they think is I keep saying it over and over. Bruce Banner sleeping in the bed, but he just set up.
You know what? If you're gonna blow up the door and the guy doesn't move off the bed, don't you think that is a decoy?
That is a good point.
Or you killed him.
Fair point. So yeah, they fucking unload like a shit ton of darts into this guy that they think is laying there.
That's enough. I was making something to eat during this part, so I don't remember.
They shot enough tranquilizers to kill an elephant. I mean, there were like 9 tranquilizers. But anyway, so then they rip the blanket off. It turns out that it's just a pillow and some blankets.
Oh, the old pillow.
Yeah.
Pillow with a wing.
Then the guy just out of spite just shoots the dog with a drink for no reason.
That was a dick move.
For no fucking reason. He's just standing there and just takes him out.
That's mean. I didn't see that.
And then so Edward Norton, he looks out the window. Blonsky looks out the window. He sees the rope dangling. He says that he's on the ground. We got to move. And then he climbs actually into the floor. Apparently they work and live next to each other.
That was never established.
Yeah, so he lives like one floor above like the super hot chick. They're very lucky. Maybe they commute to work and back, you know.
Hot girl.
But anyway, but this is the last we see where he kisses her on the forehead and says thank you, and then he just like runs off. It was
I hate when movies like establish characters that they just piss away.
It was like pointless. It was a pointless character.
Yeah, it really was. It was very, very strange. But anyway,
and they didn't even introduce Liv Tyler until like a half an hour into the movie, right?
No, we saw
the
montage. Yeah, but no, we didn't see her actual character until.
What the fuck, man?
It was very weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he does the old, I'm gonna try to blend in, but I can't stick out more than a sore thumb.
Yeah,
he's wearing like a bright red hoodie, and he puts his hood up.
The white person with a bunch of Brazilians.
He's like,
they won't notice me.
And then he immediately gets noticed, and then they chase him through. I can't remember. They chase him through.
I'm surprised that they were so cheesy that it wasn't a green hoodie.
That's true.
That does surprise me.
But what happens next? So they end up chasing him through.
And then he runs into the guy that was harassing.
That's right. And he ends up getting upset,
and then they start chasing him. And then they go into the factory.
It's like fucking comedy.
And then they end up in the factory, and they have him like pinned up. Yeah.
And then he ends up turning into the Hulk, and he grabs the guy. And
you
don't like me if I'm hungry.
Jesus Christ. So what happens after that? I don't remember.
The Hulk pretty much just.
Well, he sees the guy is about to take a shot at him.
Yeah.
But before that, the guys beat him up and threw him into a dark corner. And that's when he
turns into the Hulk. And then pretty much he just Hulk smashes his way out.
He grabs one of the guys and throws him. And one guy gets shot with a tank.
And then he picks up a forklift and throws it at Blonsky.
Yeah.
Which he goes and bitches about to Ross, and like that dialogue was just so fucking awful, man. Was bad. It's very cringy.
The next scene though, where does he end up? And he doesn't end up in Brazil. He ends up somewhere.
Guatemala.
Yeah. So he ends up in Guatemala.
That's where the Family Guy maid is from. In the show. It's from Guatemala.
It's a good pull.
In case you didn't know.
What's her name? Miss Rosa? Okay, yeah. Right. But anyway, so he's back to being Edward Norton. And then we see, I think it's 0 days without an incident or something.
17.
No,
was it 17?
It was back to 0 because he.
Maybe it was like the next day or something. He like somehow escaped. Well, he turned into the Hulk and escaped and turned back into Bruce Banner. Apparently.
Yeah, then he's wandering Guatemala like a homeless person sitting there.
Yeah.
Some kids give him some money, some pesos or something.
Yeah, and then he ends
whatever currency it is.
And then he ends up going north. He's trying to get back to. We forgot to. He ends up going. Or he ends up talking to Mr. Blue on like a fucking AIM.
Yeah,
it looks really encrypted. Yeah. But yeah, he's saying that he wants to go home and that he needs like more blood samples or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, so he ends up going from Brazil to Guatemala, and he ends up going through Mexico to try to sneak back into the U.S.
How he pulled that off? I guess it must have been very lenient back then.
Must have been.
What's after that?
I can't remember.
If I remember, man.
That's when he goes to the university.
Oh, he ends up in Virginia. That's right. Yeah. So not only did he sneak back over the border, over the Rio Grande,
made it all the way to Virginia.
He made it all the way to Virginia.
On pesos.
This is where I think this is where we end up being introduced to Liv Tyler.
Dude.
Not yet.
No,
it's not yet.
See,
we got to see Lou Ferrigno first.
Oh, that's right. He wants to steal like all the information and the super secret computer database, and apparently. A fucking Pete, like really? Like I'm just gonna bribe you with.
It's like I know. I think they're just obviously just trying to be obtuse and funny, but it just didn't work out. It was just awful. It was stupid.
He was there to try to find his files on her computer.
Yeah, because didn't he say to Mr. Blue that something was deleted or
everything was deleted. So he went to this restaurant that he knew the guy. I don't know how he knew him, but. Apparently, he knew the guy to be able to go there.
Of course,
and that's convenient. And that's when Liv Tyler was introduced.
Mm-hmm. And that's like 40, minutes into the movie or something. Like
and don't we see?
Oh, she's with her like is it like
new
boyfriend or fiance or something?
She's like
they had no chemistry, and I know they were on screen for like one scene, but God. Dude, the fucking
and then she just like ditches them in the restaurant to go chase after.
Who's the actor? I can't remember his name.
I don't know, but it's Phil Duffy from
Modern Family.
Ty Burrell. That's who it is.
But yeah, she just like ditches him in a restaurant by himself to go chase after Bruce. It's like
I'd be pissed.
I know, I'd be mad.
Oh, isn't this where like she's driving in the rain all over fucking Richmond, Virginia? And she just happens to come across him on a bridge and shit.
And he's like walking, and all of a sudden he like stops and it's like, I can sense you.
Yeah, like, turns around. He turns around as she's pulling up.
It's fucking weird. Yeah, and then they have like this weird embrace. It's just very I don't know. Like we're at this moment we're supposed to they want us to care like this is
that they reunited
on the bridge and it's raining and it's
but the only interaction they ever had before was through a montage. So why would we care?
It wasn't built up correctly. It was very strange. Fuck, I can't. What happens after that? I really don't.
What happens after that is they go to meet Mr. Blue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fucking
does it?
We went to this.
Is this
university.
where she reveals that she has all of it on a USB? Like she downloaded it before it was deleted.
Yeah.
He
gave him the USB. They went to go meet Mr. Blue, and he sees like all these suspicious people around the quad. Mm-hmm. And it's like you need to run away.
Run through the quad.
Get away. And then of course the military rush at him.
And fucking that fight scene with
Blonsky and the Hulk is like Blonsky's like a normal like special ops
fucking Black Panther.
Special ops and he's like
his lips and stuff. Before that scene he was injected with.
Oh, was he? That makes more sense.
Yeah, I must not have been paying attention.
Oh, that's right. Because Mr. Blue, you're right. Because Mr. Blue, we find out. I think this is the scene where he like kept all of Bruce's blood samples. To basically, he was trying to do it to create cures for other diseases.
You're right,
but because his blood is contaminated with the gamma rays.
Yeah, so they gave him a spinal tap to give him some powers. So he was a lot faster. He was more of a super soldier than anything.
Right.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah,
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Still, the fight scene was pretty lame.
Yeah. Especially when he came up to him, I was like, "Oh, is that all you got?" He just kicks him, like,
fucking kicks him into a tree, and we're supposed to think he's dead, but no, of course he's not.
Right. So any normal man would be dead.
Right. But yeah, so I guess we cut to him in the hospital, and he's like all fucking cut up and bruised, and he should not be alive. But then we cut to a different scene. I don't remember what it was, but then we cut back to him, and he looks like at 100%. All the cuts have healed. He apparently has regenerative. Yeah, regenerative. Yeah, abilities like Wolverine. And so is this where he talks to the general about getting a second dose?
Yeah,
because he wanted
it, but General thought it was a bad idea.
Too much, yeah.
But
good.
But before that, before that happened, Bruce and Tyler, they went to go meet Mr. Blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one like really zany dude.
Yeah,
like the scientist.
I fucking hated him, man.
Yeah,
he's too much.
And he was like
too much.
So they got him strapped down, trying to.
They inject him with like the cure or something.
Right, yeah. I forgot about that.
And then he just goes off and like breaks through right before the military comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name, Blonsky?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, well, yeah, I want the rest of that.
Oh yeah.
And that's when he injected.
It becomes abomination. Abominable snowman.
Yeah, basically.
Then it's the last fight.
There really wasn't a ton that happened.
Yeah, I mean, and then as far as like the next big plot point, it was the last fight.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're at the last fight scene. What do we see here? The fucking... He's running around an open field. There's tanks following him. And he's picking up shit and throwing shit. And
Hulk. This Hulk on Hulk, pretty much.
It was... There was nothing spectacular.
They lure him to like they have a couple Humvees set up with like sonic cannons or some shit, and they try to knock him out with like sound waves.
Is that a comic thing?
I don't know. I'm not super
I'm sure
familiar.
it has to be, but I was like,
probably,
would that really stop the Hulk? But if it's in the comics, then obviously. But
probably. I mean, they try to copy a lot.
Do you think if that would stop the Hulk, then like Tony Stark would have included that in his like Hulkbuster armor?
Right. Oh, before that, I think we see Edward Norton. We see him running, and they capture him. They like corner him on the bridge, the sky bridge thing. Mm-hmm. And then he sees Liv Tyler in trouble, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then they like start to like, was it tear gas or smoke or something? And then that's
that was in the quad.
Oh, is that what that was? Yeah. Okay, and so that's when he turns into the Hulk. Yeah, I guess leading up to the last scene.
No, this is one where he's like, just something have to do, and he jumps out of the helicopter. And I was like,
yeah,
all right.
Oh, that's right. And then he's falling, and then he like punches through the ground, and he turns into the Hulk.
It's like
last
80s,
like 500 years
action movie shit.
Yeah, it's like last 500 feet before he hits the ground. It's like, oh shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, doesn't the helicopter go down at some point? But it's like the one helicopter that doesn't
just like grabs a hold of
that doesn't fucking explode for plot purposes, and so it goes down. And then it
was about to explode, but Hulk did his move.
He did like he like did the sonic wave clap thing that like blows it out. And then the fuck happens after that?
Then he fights them, and he gets the chains around Abomination.
Oh, and then he chokes him to death, right?
No, he just like knocks him out.
I don't think Abomination can be killed.
No, Liv Tyler was like, no, don't. Don't be like what they want you to be.
Like, a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I mean the Hulk can't be killed, so like I don't think Abomination could.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because Hulk always gets stronger every time he's hit something. So
unless he's facing Thanos.
I know in the comics there has to be something that kills him. I don't read the comics like that, so I don't know. But I know that everything makes him stronger.
I mean, more or less, that's the end of the movie, and then we get the post credit where Tony Stark.
I didn't even watch that.
Tony Stark walks in. He's talking to the general who is still in full uniform, but he's fucking just taking shots. Yeah, taking a shot. He didn't even bother to change. He literally walked out of his
day on the base.
He just walked out of his office and straight to the bar, apparently. And so Tony Stark walks in, and he's all Tony Stark and just like kind of being an ass and a dick. But he says that we could use someone like the Hulk on the special secret team thing that we're building.
The Revengers.
So, and that's pretty much it. And then the credits roll, and that was that.
God, dude.
That was a very horrible movie to try to watch in a sitting. It took me like 5 times.
I watched it in 3 different sittings. I watched it at like 30, 40 minutes a piece at a time.
Yeah, I was playing COD and had it on like in the background.
I thought it was still fucking hilarious. Just I mean, like me and Chase, we were literally laughing.
It's just so the dialogue was so corny and like cheesy, and
but it wasn't. I didn't think there was the only I think Edward Norton did as good as he could with that script.
Right.
Because I think he's pretty good in everything that he does. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't like all that great.
No, but I think that's more of the script.
Right, the script.
Yeah.
I
mean, the script and the directing is horrible.
Like Chase said, it felt like a Michael Bay knockoff movie.
Right.
It wasn't even as good as a Michael Bay movie, in my opinion.
Well, I'm only I know where it stands, but I want to do it officially. Do you guys think this is above or below Iron Man?
Below.
Way below.
Way below.
Way below, more below than that.
Like 100 feet.
So yeah, guys, there you have it. That is our what's up?
I was gonna say I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, but I've seen all the other MCU movies, and it's safe to say this will stay at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're forgetting how bad Thor: Dark World is.
It can't be worse.
It's not nearly as bad. I remember Thor: Dark World. It's not nearly as bad as this.
I don't remember.
This and Thor: Dark World are the 2 worst MCU movies.
I think that's the general consensus. But I mean, I would say it was a
not as good as the other ones.
But Thor,
I would not.
Thor: Dark World, it still feels like an MCU movie. This doesn't even. This didn't even feel like an MCU movie.
Yeah, I would not categorize it with the Incredible Hulk. I wouldn't say it's the two worst movies.
No, I don't. I still think they're light years apart, but I think like the community does consider those two to be like the bottom two. Unless I'm missing one.
Well, it's Thor: Dark World is 2 weeks from now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Yep. So
I thought Thor: Dark World came out after.
I was thinking the original Thor. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Thor: Dark World's a while down the line.
What's next?
But let me know what you guys think of the Incredible Hulk. Is it as bad as we think it is? Drop it in the comments below. Tweet at me.
Oh yeah.
Let me know. Yeah, I'm glad we're through it. We've got the next couple movies that we have: Iron Man 2, we have Thor, Captain America: The First Avenger, and then Avengers are the next 4 movies.
Did Avengers come out after that?
And that Avengers concludes Phase 1. I'm sure you guys all know that.
Throwing me off, man.
But yeah, if you want to watch along, do your homework, feel free. I think most of the movies, with the exception of the Incredible Hulk, I think there's 1 or 2 that are still on Netflix, but most of them should be on Disney Plus. Like the vast majority of them.
Is Captain Marvel on there?
Captain Marvel's on there.
Except for
there's a Black Panther and Doctor Strange.
I think those are still on Netflix.
I think those have contract. Yeah, they're exclusive to Netflix through a certain period of time.
Well, Doctor Strange. Yeah, I think that one's in Netflix. The only one that's not on anything right now is the first Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, you would have to get. I think you'd have to rent that from Amazon.
Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because
Sony still has those. Sony has the rights to those. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. But yeah, next week is Iron Man 2. I'm excited for this one. I remember liking this a lot.
I want to get back into like that.
It's my favorite.
I don't consider Incredible Hulk MCU. No. I don't.
It was my favorite solo Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
So
with Don Cheadle.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to get into this one. I really am. So anyway, guys, like I said, that's everything. Let us know what you guys thought. Again, give this video a thumbs up. Please tell a friend to check us out. We can't do this without you guys. We appreciate and love the support that you guys have shown us so far. Anything before we sign off?
No, I'm just glad that it's over.
All right, guys. Until next time, you guys have a marvelous day.